Hey, welcome to the part 3 of the video series on circle. And in this video, let's learn about circumference of a circle. That's a really very important topic. And focus on this lecture. Let's say that you have a thread. And let's say that this is a tip of this thread. And let's say you have a wooden stick or any white metal rod or stick or whatever. So this is a rod or stick, whatever, and if you round this thread around this stick or rod, whatever you have, if you just round it in a fashion, in a way that it forms a perfect circle, that is, this tip after rounding it should be like something like, if this was a thread, so if you rounded this around this rod, so it should be, it's like it has formed a perfect circle. It has formed with this tip coming here, and it's forming a perfect circle. Again, I apologize that my circle is not very perfect, as it's a rough diagram, but assume that it's a perfect circle. Okay, assume that it's a perfect circle. You have got this circle using this thread where you were rounding it around this rod, and this tip is touching here, making a perfect circle. Okay, and let's say that when it's making a circle, it's center O of this circle. Now, if you simply take this portion of the thread that is forming this circle, again this circle has been made using this thread. If you remove this thread from this rod, and if you're holding this portion of circle in your finger, if you free this tip, then you will get something like this. So let's say that this is the portion that is forming this circle. So this is the portion of this thread that's forming the circle. Okay, this whole portion I have represented it here. It's a thread. But this particular portion that's in the red was forming the circle. The length of this thread, let's say that it is, let's assume that it is a meter, whatever. This a meter, this portion of whole thread that was forming the circle is of length a meter. Therefore, this portion will be of a meter, and that's what circumference is. So if this was a thread that was forming this circle, and if the length of this portion of the thread is a meter, then this length of this portion will also be a meter, and that's what the circumference is.